Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I will be talking about the latest Pokemon movie, the Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution one that was put onto Netflix just 4 days ago. But before I actually delve into it, just to address a rumor and a theory. I guess it was actually just called both. Concerning Detective Pikachu. So the theory was that the reimagining of Mewtwo Strikes Back takes place in the same general timeline as Detective Pikachu. No, it doesn't. The capsule in both movies are different, and the location of the laboratory where Mewtwo gets made is different too. They do keep the island aspect, the secret lair, I guess you could call it, where Mewtwo leaves, is the same basic location that was in the original movie. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the movie itself. First off, let's talk about the way it looks. Now, it's not a terrible decision. It made me think of pseudo claymation, which, I mean, if you remember all those Wallace and Gromit movies, especially the Chicken Run movie, that's all claymation. So it made me think it was a pseudo claymation movie, which isn't a terrible idea, but it wasn't a great idea. The models do look decent, though they easily could have just made a brand new movie instead of redoing or rehashing an old one. As far as the story is concerned, it's pretty much streamlined the same way as the original movie. So if you have the original movie, you really don't have to watch Strikes Back Evolution. You really don't have to. So that's my opinion on that as far as the basic story of it is concerned. So there are differences between the original and this reimagining. This is why I'm calling it a reimagining instead of just straight up remake. The big key moments that a lot of people remember, some of them were the same, and they do change some stuff from the original. It's kind of like back when they did the Pokemon Origins special, back when Mega Evolution was the new thing. They changed it so that Charizard was able to go Mega, and that was just a straight up promotion for the X and Y series. Games. This, however, is I don't see it as a promotion. It's more of a update to the story. So the biggest things that I noticed right off the bat that were changed from the original, not the first battle, though I don't know if the dialogue was slightly altered from the original. The Dragonite scene with Team Rocket was only slightly changed. Initial meeting with Mewtwo was only, I think it was the same. The final scene with the charge, with Ash leading them, is the same. They're gonna have a giant crying scene after Ash gets turned to stone is the same. But as far as the bigger moments in the movie, the crossing of the sea is actually changed a little. In the original movie, Team Rocket takes the trio over the ocean in a Viking vessel or Viking boat or wooden boat, and they make a joke about it with Minnesota Vikings in the movie. And in this reimagining, not only is it not a wooden boat, but it's a mass-produced Lapras paddle boat with motors. And not only that, but they don't dress up as Vikings, they dress up as sailors. And they sing, which is a stupid decision. Not only that, but they also mentioned Cinnabar Strait. And I know for a fact that at this point in the main story, they've already been to Cinnabar Island. And from what I remember in the episodes of Cinnabar Island, they did not have sailors on the island at all. Hell, they rarely ever had sailors in the show. I think they had them in like 1 or 2 episodes in the original show. In the original, in Kanto. Maybe 3. I don't remember. But I know they didn't have them on Cinnabar Island from what I remember. And then the other major change they did was the fight between Brute Root, the Venusaur, and the cloned Venusaur. So in the original, it was a straightforward fight. They had only the Generation 1 moves. In Evolution, however, they added in some of the later gen moves. So, Brute Root gets told to use Energy Ball. And if I remember correctly, let's quickly check. Energy Ball, I know for a fact, is not a Gen 1 move. It is actually a Generation 4 move. Like I said, it's not a Gen 1 move. It's a Generation 4 move. And the cloned one gets told to use Frenzy Plant. Once again, a move that is not a Generation 1 move, but a Generation 3 move. Yeah, how about that? How about that for a supposed remake? Let's add in the later generation stuff. So, if that were to be true, that this was supposedly always there, then it might be one of those, yeah, let's make a theory out of it. But overall, it wasn't a terrible movie. It wasn't like as good as the original in terms of what I just mentioned, but it wasn't terrible. The models were okay. Misty kind of looked like a brand new character, but the rest were decent. That's all I gotta say. And that's just coming from watching the movie just this past week on the actual 27th. But like I said earlier, they could have just made a brand new movie, and not let's use the old one. And that will be it for today. I don't know. I might come up with a half-assed theory concerning this, with the inclusion of Energy Ball and Frenzy Plant. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But until next video, folks, goodbye.